Welcome to the first part in our series of support for 2016 Key Action 1 school applicants. So this is the first video on our series. We also have a second video which is a step-by-step guide through our application form. We also have registration available currently to our application support webinars, which are designed to be a third part in the series question and answer session. And we also have an application guidance document available on our website. And all the links to these are provided down below in the description box. So Key Action 1, Learning Mobility of Individuals, is all about providing opportunities for individuals to improve their skills, enhance their employability and gain cultural awareness. Under Key Action 1, organisations can apply for funding to run mobility projects. These projects enable organisations to offer structured study, work experience, job shadowing, training and teaching opportunities to staff and learners. Under Key Action 1, training and teaching opportunities to staff and learners is available for UK schools. So UK schools can apply for staff mobility funding to support the professional development of teachers, school leaders and other school educational staff. So just to give you some ideas about the types of projects that can be funded under Key Action 1, I've put on the screen some examples of past projects. So the first project was all about improving teachers' competencies to deliver a second modern foreign language in the school. So the project had mobilities involved, which were sending teachers to attend an intensive language training course in Germany, and then they came back with the high level, were enabled to introduce German as a second modern foreign language within the school. Another example is job shadowing at a Denmark school, a Danish school, which specialises in special educational needs education. So this school had funding to send teachers and teaching assistants to job shadow and observe creative outdoor play. They could then observe good practice and then come back to the UK and implement similar practice in their own school. And the third example is senior leaders, as part of a project, going to a conference in Europe, which was focusing on tackling school dropouts. So the aim of the project was to reduce young people's non-completion of upper secondary vocational education, and the senior leadership went to this conference, learned lots about tackling school dropout, and then could start implementing change in their own school. So they're just some simple ideas or examples of Key Action 1 projects. So here is a list of the countries that can participate in the programme. So being a UK school, there are some eligibility criteria to take part, but as you can see, the United Kingdom is an eligible country. But it's worth bearing in mind that for staff mobility can only be undertaken in those countries on the screen now. So you can't actually do any professional development outside of those countries with Erasmus Plus funding. And it's also worth bearing in mind that a mobility has to be transnational. So you couldn't, if you were a UK school, apply for funding to take part in professional development in the UK. It would have to be in one of the other programme countries as detailed on the screen now. So all Key Action 1 school staff mobility projects are organisation-led, so that means that individuals cannot apply directly for a grant. Whilst a teacher can complete the application form on behalf of their school, the project remains the school's responsibility even if that staff member leaves the organisation. So the following UK organisation types are eligible to apply for Erasmus Plus schools funding. So this could be a school sending its staff abroad, or the coordinator of a national mobility consortium. So this would be a consortium application. But please be aware that applicant organisations must be legally registered in the United Kingdom. Therefore, sole traders, partnerships and other than Scottish partnerships and limited liability partnerships, trust and unincorporated associations are not eligible to apply for Erasmus Plus funding. And we do have eligible organisation lists on the eligible schools and authorities page of our website. Or if you're unsure, please do contact us and I'll provide you with the details at the end. So as I've just said, a school can apply for their own project or a group of schools could be included as part of a consortium application project. So local or regional school authorities and school coordination bodies can submit an application to coordinate a Key Action 1 mobility project that covers a number of schools. So a coordination body is an organisation that's not a school that has a clear organisational link to the running or management of those schools involved in the consortium partnership in a supervisory, coordinating and administrative support role. So I've just put some examples on the screen for you now, but please note that this list is not exhaustive. If you're unsure as to whether your organisation would be eligible to act as a consortium coordinator, please contact us as soon as possible. And please note that, as I said before, schools cannot act as a consortium coordinator on behalf of other schools. The consortium approach is intended to relieve schools of the administrative burden and make the application process easier. The school coordinating body is responsible for the management, budgeting and reporting related to the project application. So, although a consortium can be applied for, the consortium lead cannot send its own members of staff on placements or on mobilities. It would just be the schools that are involved as a partnership that would be eligible to send their staff on mobility. And in the case of projects presented by a national mobility consortium, all members of the consortium must be based and registered in the United Kingdom and do need to be identified at the time of application. A consortium must comprise of at least 3 organisations, so that would be the coordinator and at least 2 schools. And I need to reiterate that the school in the consortium must have a clear organisational link to the organisation acting as the consortium coordinator. There is no cap on the number of members that could be included as part of a consortium application. The application form will allow the applicant to add as many organisations as needed, but if you are doing an application form that has a lot of partners, so I would say over about 10, then please do contact us, because sometimes the form will become a little bit more difficult to complete due to the number of schools you'll be applying for. So if you are doing a large consortium application, it's worth getting in contact with us as soon as possible so we can provide you with some more guidance. So Key Action 1 school staff mobility opportunities are not limited to teaching staff. So staff in charge of school education, so that's teaching and non-teaching, including school managers and heads, that have a working relation with the school, as well as other educational staff such as school inspectors, school counsellors, psychologists, etc., involved in the strategic development of the sending schools are all eligible participants. So as you can see on this slide, this is the wide range of staff that can get involved in their mobility. And for more information, please look at pages 60 to 61 of the 2016 programme guide. So on this screen now, you can see that there are 2 types of opportunities available for Key Action 1. So staff can undergo a teaching assignment abroad. So that would be a period of teaching in another institution in another country that's involved in the programme. Or there are staff training options. So participants could go on a structured course, and that could be through a private course provider. They could go to training events, job shadowing in a partner school, or observations in a partner school. So there's a wide range of opportunities for staff under Key Action 1. So the way that you apply for a grant is you detail the activities that you want to undertake, and then the application form will automatically calculate some unit cost contributions under the following budget categories. And then the bottom 2 categories in blue are based on actual and real costs. So if you want to apply for them, it's a request and you have to justify and detail additional information in your application form. So for the money available is under these budget categories. So there's organisational support available to projects. So this is for costs directly linked to the implementation of mobility activities. So you could use this money to provide some linguistic training for staff before they go on a mobility, and that would better prepare them. You could do preparation activities such as intercultural or mobility preparation. And you could use this for the monitoring and support of participants during a mobility or the validation of learning outcomes. There is travel money available, so this is essentially contribution for travel costs. So if you're paying for flights, etc., there's money available under the travel budget category. And again, that's based on a unit cost contribution. Then the individual support budget category is essentially the subsistence budget. So this is costs for food, for accommodation, etc. Then if your participants are taking part in structured courses, you can add additional costs into your application form for course fees. These are based on a unit cost contribution, and they are costs directly linked to the payment of fees for the enrolment in courses. So if you are undertaking a course by an independent private provider, this will be to cover the course fees. Then there's special needs and exceptional costs. As I said before, they're based on a real cost basis. So you do have to justify these in your application form quite strongly because they are an additional cost. So special needs support are additional costs provided directly related to participants with disabilities, and if they have to have an accompanying person, they're accompanying persons, and it includes for the costs related to travel and assistance if justified, and as long as it's not applied for through the other budget categories. So if you'd applied for travel in the travel section, you wouldn't need to claim for it under special needs support, but special needs support is available if there are additional costs. So for example, if you're having to pay additional baggage fee to transport a wheelchair or any equipment that a participant may need, you might be able to claim for it under special needs support. Equally, if a participant required the hire of a wheelchair whilst in another country to ensure that they are mobile and could take part in the mobility, that would be another example of special needs support. And then there are funds available for exceptional costs if a financial guarantee is requested by the national agency, but the UK national agency does not request it, so exceptional costs are not required. The deadline for applications for 2016 is Tuesday the 2nd of February. It is 12 noon Brussels time or 11 o'clock in the morning UK time. This deadline is set by the European Commission and is not flexible, so any late applications, even 1 minute late, will be deemed ineligible. Now I'm quickly going to talk to you about two tools online that could support you in planning or preparing for applying for a Key Action 1 application. We have the School Education Gateway. This is a Commission-run website which can be accessed by schooleducationgateway.eu. It aims to link school professionals to European policy, but for Erasmus Plus projects, it's very useful as there are 3 tools. So if you go onto the website, along the top panel, there's a button which says Tools. If you press that, you'll have the option to access a course catalogue, a mobilities opportunities catalogue, and a strategic partnership findings tool. So if you are looking to apply for Key Action 1 projects, you might be able to use the course catalogue to look for independent course providers and courses that are relevant to your project. And under the mobility opportunities, you might be able to find partner schools that specialise in particular aspects, or are schools that you might be able to go and job shadow or teach at. So please do check out the School Education Gateway. Finally, there's eTwinning. So eTwinning is a free online community for schools in Europe, and it allows you to find partners and collaborate on projects. So even without Erasmus Plus funding, you can go on eTwinning and you can set up online projects where you can work with schools in other countries on a common theme, and it's all virtual interaction. But eTwinning is available in 43 countries, over 25 languages. There's thousands of teachers across Europe and beyond registered on the tool. There's no application process needed for eTwinning. It's a safe environment as all teachers are checked before they're eligible to join eTwinning. And there's partner finding tools, which is really relevant for Key Action 1 if you're looking for job shadowing opportunities or teaching assignments. There's lots of forums on eTwinning and groups where you can look and discuss and chat with partners. There's also the option for national eTwinning, so you could look for schools in the UK to get involved in projects outside of the Erasmus Plus programme. So you can collaborate, grow and extend your school project on eTwinning. If you are successful in funding, it's a great place to keep in touch with other teachers that you meet maybe on your courses or teachers in your partner schools. It's great for partner finding. It's a great way to prepare outgoing staff, so prepare staff before they go on mobility, and it's a great way for keeping a track of your impact and dissemination of your project. And there are webinars available for people who are looking for more information about eTwinning or for particular aspects of how to use the site. The eTwinning team do run workshops as well, so please do check out their website for more information about how to get started on eTwinning, and you can contact the team directly at etwinning@britishcouncil.org. And there's some information to web links there, so if you do want to find out more about eTwinning, please do check out their website. There's lots of useful information there. So if you are looking to apply for an Erasmus Plus project in 2016 under the Schools Call, please do check out our further guidance. So there will be written guidance on completing the application form published, and that is currently published on our website, and I'll provide a link in the description box below. Please do watch the second part in this series of videos. So that's the how to complete the application form video, and that's on our YouTube channel, and I'll also provide a link in the description box below. You could also register to join one of our question and answers interactive support webinars, and I'll provide a link in the description box below of where to register to attend those. Or you can get in contact with us directly by telephone or email. So our helpline is available from Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 5:30, and you can contact us in the UK at 0161 957 7755. Or you can contact us via email at erasmusplus.enquiries@britishcouncil.org, or please do, for further contact details, check out our website erasmusplus.org.uk. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you found this informative. If you are looking to apply, please do check out our guidance document and watch the second part in our video series, which is a step-by-step guide of how to complete the application form.